right now happening in Zaria. Today is 26.
Yeah.
A commercial trailer passing through Zaria around Ahmadu Bello University, loaded with bullets, on its way to supply to the bandits. For one reason or the other, there is along Zaria Sokoto Highway. Today, now,
the bullet was dropping.
The bullets were dropping and on the road. The driver did not know and was still going, and the bullets were dropping. I hope he has been apprehended.
Yeah.
So I use this opportunity to call on the Commissioner of Police in Kaduna State to quickly send a team to go and escort the trailer loaded with bullets. Bullets are dropping on the road. The people are crying. I think we should stop further discussion on this matter and go into the prayers, because there is a lot of work to be done. So, there's no need to, whatever you are going to say, Senator Plank, these bullets that are dropping on the ground, we need to make a resolution on this now, before the bullets find their way into the hands of the bandits. Are you going to say that the bullets should not be? Okay, just say something now, because I don't want anybody to feel that he was shot out. Let's just use 30 seconds and say what you want to say, because these issues are too serious, and security really should not be discussed in the open like this.
Yes, sir.
But because of the peculiar circumstance that we have found ourselves. Look at, it's here.
Yes, sir. President of the Senate.
Get the IG and send it to him, and then let him.
President of the Senate, my distinguished colleagues.
No protocol, just
yes,
say something.
Yes, sir. I is one of the sources of fundraising for bandits. Because all the monies they normally get from kidnapping is to finance or buy weapons to come back as bandits. Then, sir, we are concerned about buying equipment. As much as we have equipment, and a large number of our youths are unemployed, they will be the one that will ridicule the usage of the equipment. But if we sweep numerous numbers of the youths and get them engaged, employed as police, sir, the ratio of Nigeria to civilian ratio is 1 to 700. One policeman to 700 people. Most of our villages are empty. There is nobody around for you to really feel secured. We're thinking of a vigilante. The vigilantes, at the end of the day, they remain like beggars. Because they don't have salaries, they don't have source of funding. If we will rely on vigilante and not pay pensionable security, we will not get the solution, sir. My wish is that in as much as we are going to spend on equipment, we must sweep our youths and engage them as security. It will take away those that will volunteer to do this job. I believe that unemployment is another critical part. I believe also that kidnapping is another way of raising funds for bandits. I want to, as a representative of Plateau Central, I want to thank the president for one thing, sir. This is the first time that when we are affected by these ruthless bandits, this is the first time that we see government presence condoling with us. We lost a first-class chief some times ago. Nobody came. Up to date, we have traditional rulers that are kidnapped. Nobody comes around. But this time, at this session of this regime, we have received sufficient empathy. I believe that if government will have empathy on victims, it will help to create hope in the minds of our people. I thank you.
Nancy, I stand up to lend my voice on this motion of urgent national importance raised by Senator Lola Shiru, who happens to be my colleague senator from Kwara State. We thought it was a Kwara issue but unknown to us, injury to one is injury to all. And in security issues like this, if we isolate ourselves, we say, it does not affect me, it's my neighbor, it will gradually escalate to your doorstep one day. I want to, first and foremost, let this hallowed chamber know that the event of the last 2-3 weeks is a thing of sad reflection on every one of us. It has no tribe, no religion, no party, no state coloration. It is a thing that all of us must have a sad reflection towards. But as God will have it, through the intervention and collaboration of the federal and the state government, we were able to start seeing a thing of joy as a day before yesterday, when the release of the kidnapped worshippers in Kwara, followed by that of Kebbi now. What I must say here is, in hostage negotiation, the first thing you do is to get the release of whoever that hostage is. After then, you can now address other means of apprehending and also bringing the culprits to pay for their injustice. I want to also use the opportunity to commend the federal government and the state governments in being very proactive in at least bringing some form of happiness to these recent victims. We will not say that's the end of the sad event taking place in our country now. We must urge for proactiveness from all sides of the divide. And this further brings us to the issue of enhancing our military and the security agencies. It is time for this hallowed chamber to put a very strong voice to probably once and for all passing a death penalty on anybody involved or associated with kidnapping. Because, Your Excellency, as Governor of Akpabio State, I know one of the deterrents you passed then was death penalty for kidnappers. I think this hallowed chamber must come very strongly on that now, such that we must bring a very strong deterrent to people involved in kidnapping or associated with anything that has to do with kidnapping. And we must also look inward to start giving incentives to our gallant men and women of the security agencies. Because if you look at it, there's a growing trend now, sir. The younger generation are beginning to have less interest in joining the armed forces. And if a nation that the younger generation are no longer interested in joining the security agencies or the armed forces, then who is going to protect us for tomorrow? So I will also urge, when we are considering other prayers, we should look at suggestions that will bring incentives to the men and women of the armed forces. Like in advanced countries like America, you will see young ones rushing to join the military. When you ask why, they will tell you one of the incentives they enjoy is free scholarship for them to study from their first degree to even their PhD degree. So we should start looking at incentives like that in our armed forces, and also to make sure that those who are culpable of this dastardly act are brought into proper justice, for justice to reprimand them properly. So I want to thank everybody who has contributed in this motion of national urgent importance on the kidnap of, especially the recent Eruku people, Kebbi and Niger. Thank you all.